Hi, everybody. Welcome on your weekly tarot reading. I took a little break for Christmas and New Year, but I'm back. I hope you had a great weekend, that you rested well, and I also hope that you feel the change in the energies in this beginning of 2026 because we are not experiencing almost the same density in the energies right now. There's something that has shifted, and that will shift even more um, at the end of this winter when the real new year, of spring will start. All that to say. Now, for this week, what will happen? Let's jump in right away. By the way, my name is Asna. If you like what you see, if you like what you feel, please reach to me privately if you want a personal tarot reading for yourself. And I also offer very deep and transformative spiritual guidance, spiritual coaching that will lead you to unlock the depth of your consciousness and your mission here and your soul contract. All that to say. So I have a lot of cups. The cups are the element of water, so the element of emotions. Emotionally speaking, this week, a lot can happen. But the thing is this, I don't have any major arcana, which is almost crazy, guys, because I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 cards and no major arcana, which means that nothing big and heavy, either positive or negative, will happen this week. The energies and the vibrations of the week are calmer. So we have minor situations to deal with, I would put it this way. And what I have is emotional immaturity. There's something related to a lack of emotional regulation or emotional maturity related to a loving relationship this time that can lead to a breakup. You really need to be careful. You need to let yourself being helped by a mentor. When I say mentor, I don't mean to go and see a psychologist. You don't need that type of hierarchy to help you, even if it's not the maybe the best way to put it. But what I mean by that is that it can also only be a good friend in which you have a lot of trust. Okay, and that is someone that is very mature, emotionally speaking, to give you a hand about it. And so, what I see is that this week, this will happen. This person that is supposed to give you a hand to help you to see clearer in your loving relationship, this person will be very, very interesting because not only this person will help you actually, emotionally speaking, gain some sense and some depth of what is happening in your dynamic, but also this person will kind of lead you. And I have, it's crazy because I have two tarot deck, and when I have the same card that falls from each of them, it means that it's very um, important. So this card means that this person will help you accept to take off your blindfold about the truth that you already know of this relationship. And the truth that you thought you knew was that this person, you considered this person as the right one for you. You were hoping that so much and so bad. And actually, I hear that that's even what you've been told, either by your guidance or you really follow what other around told you about this situation, in this specific situation, and it led you to a not good place right now because you still have this thinking of no, 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 I need to stay with this person because it is the right one. Look at this person, look at what this person said, or look at what this other person feels. And in fact, the real truth is that you are the only one that knows what's happening inside of this relationship and knows that you are willingly putting some blindfold, and you accept to not see the truth for what the truth really is. It is not true. It's like a little bit like living in denial, I would say. This needs to change, okay? The work that you will have to do this week is to let this person help you, and also to take afterwards a break of your own thoughts. So I hear like these thoughts needs to rest after that, because some emotions need to be processed and transmute, and your thought process cannot be in the way of that. And you know what, it's weird to have all of these cards with no major arcana related to this kind of unfortunate situation where a relationship is not really working the way it's supposed to be, but it looks like that's what I have. So maybe, guys, you were um there in your life. It's like you reached a level where it's more, it's more light to hear it from the outside than it would have been like a year ago, because you are in a different frame of mind about your own relationship. And so the guides are inviting you to not forget that everything happened for a reason, and that there's something and someone along the way that is waiting for you, and that you may cry, or you may have like experienced some pain or some grief about the situation, but don't forget that the universe knows the bigger picture of everything, and the universe will give you a hand on the side and will bring you the right person for you. And that's a sure thing in my reading. And so this reading, it really is about, someone that is not in the right situation, lovingly speaking, with his or her counterpart. And this needs to change for 2026. But it's like, if, like I said, I feel it's something that was already known, okay? It was not a secret, but you made it a secret for yourself because you didn't want it to face this truth, because you've been told this by your surroundings. You've been told things by your surrounding that doesn't fit actually anymore the situation in what you are. And so that's what we have for today. So what we have is also, it can be related to a, a partner, either masculine or feminine, that is, I would say, like a little too fiery for the sauce. A little too, maybe there's a lot of anger, okay, anger issue, like the element of fire here. That's what I have, that's what I see. Or this is lacking, but my intuition is more to feel that this is something that there's too much of. So too much of, like, kind of a bad passion, like kind of anger in a way, or aggressivity a little more. Doesn't mean that you are being beaten, okay? That's not what I mean by that. Aggressivity, it can come through a lot of different ways. It can be aggression, like physically speaking, for sure, but verbally and emotionally, or like maybe just physically, not physically, but energetically. When there's a lot of control, when there's a lot of kind of manipulation through how this person is emanating himself around you, how this makes you feel. So maybe that's an issue that I see there, okay? So the universe is telling you that everything is on its way to be resolved, and it's not going to be a super hard thing to get over, even if you don't think that right now. That's really not what the cards are saying. You should trust that, because what I feel is that something way bigger and way better is awaiting you, okay? So you need to give yourself this gift of trust in the higher plan for your life and the universe, and let the universe do its work, and just surrender to this situation. Just sit and meditate on this question. It is really what I want and what I need right now for my new 2026 beginning. And like I said, I see someone that will help you see clearer, someone that has this emotional perspective and maturity and distance that you don't have, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to tell you that maybe you're lacking a bit of emotional maturity in this specific situation. Okay. Now, this being said, I wish you an amazing week. I love you deeply. Take care.